Hey, welcome to On This Day. Today's date is January 28th. There are 338 days left in 2020. This is the 38th day of winter, and there are only 52 days left until spring. If this is your birthday, you're an Aquarius. And if it is your birthday, you probably didn't need me to tell you that. January 28th is National Data Privacy Day. Yes, it got its own day. I think this was actually put in place as a big FU to Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. Observance has the goal of raising awareness of how data is used or collected. So let's see what else happened on January 28, 1855. A locomotive on the Panama Canal Railway runs from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean for the first time. It was finished the night before. These dudes were eager to ride the choo-choo. The last rail was set in place on a pine cross tie by Chief Engineer George Troughton in the pouring rain, which, if you've ever been to Panama like I have, that's not unusual. That's pretty much every day. It's pouring rain at some point in the day, it seems like. The Panama Canal Railway currently provides both freight and passenger service. I've actually seen this train, seen it a couple times. I don't know why. It looks out of place, but they do have a big canal there, so I don't know. I just thought a train was out of place in Panama. I don't know why. 1878, the Yale Daily News becomes the first daily college newspaper in the United States. It's often called the YDN, or sometimes the News, or the Daily News, or the Daily Yaley. 1915, an act of Congress creates the United States Coast Guard as a branch of the United States Armed Forces. The original Coast Guard was actually started in 1790 by the United States Department of the Treasury to enforce tariffs. In 1967, they were moved from the Treasury Department to the newly created Department of Transportation. And then in 2003, they got rolled into the Department of Homeland Security, which is a little more respectable. You know, I mean, when I was in the Army, we always kind of thought it was funny that they got paid by the Department of Transportation. That just brings up thoughts of truck drivers and crossing guards. But I'm sure they have horrible things to say about guys in the Army. It's just weird. Being in the Department of Homeland Security is a little more respectable in my eyes. 1956, Elvis Presley makes his first national television appearance. And if you ever sit down with my dad, he'll tell you all about it. 1958, the Lego company patents the design of its Lego bricks. They're still compatible with the bricks they patented back in 1958. You get new ones and they'll click together. But the actual original ones were designed by Oleg Kirk Christensen, a Danish carpenter. Lego is derived from a Danish phrase that I can't pronounce, but it basically means play well. My wife loves Legos. She'd start playing with them with the kids when they were little, and she'd keep playing long after they found something else to do in the house. Like 2-3 hours, she'd still be going at it. Weird. In 1965, the current design of the flag of Canada is chosen by an act of Parliament. In 1964, Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson formed a committee to resolve the ongoing issue of the lack of an official Canadian flag. They didn't have one. I guess they used Britain's. Anyway, out of the 3 choices, the maple leaf design by George Stanley was chosen. Now, here's where this gets weird. I actually know a girl that was about 30 when this happened, but she actually told us that that was a cannabis leaf on the Canadian flag. She thought that's what it was, and she couldn't believe they did it. She always thought it was weird that a country would put marijuana on their flag. Yeah, like I said, she was 30, and we sat there and broke the news to her that that was actually, in fact, a maple leaf. She didn't believe us at first. 1977, the first day of the Great Blizzard of 1977, which dumps 10 feet of snow in one day on upstate New York, with Buffalo, Syracuse, Watertown, surrounding areas terribly affected. It basically shut the whole place down. 16 of the 25 towns in Erie County, as well as the city of Buffalo, declared states of emergency and banned all non-essential traffic at some time during the storm. There were 23 total storm-related deaths in western New York, 11 in the city of Buffalo, plus 7 more than some of the other surrounding counties had, 1 or 2 each. 1986, a sad day for America. The Space Shuttle Challenger disintegrates after liftoff, killing all 7 astronauts on board. This was the 25th mission of the United States Space Shuttle program. It was a program designed to have these space shuttles work as, reusable spacecraft. They could fly up, fly back, almost like a cargo ship for Earth to orbit crews and cargo. One of the crew was a school teacher from New Hampshire, Krista McAuliffe. I watched this live in 1986. It was heartbreaking. It takes off. They show the family, her parents, they're there. They're all excited. They're smiling. They're like, it's a celebratory thing. Their daughter, a school teacher, is going into outer space. Well, not outer space. She's going into space. They kept showing her parents. Even after it disintegrated and the shock and confusion, they didn't know what was going on. Like I said, it was heartbreaking. We knew what was going on, but the parents, I guess you're going to hold out hope till the last second. Born on January 28, 1864, Charles William Nash was born in Cortland, Illinois. He was an American businessman and founder of Nash Motors. The company lasted 65 years. It merged with the Hudson Motor Company in 1954, becoming AMC, or American Motors Corporation. My mom had a Nash. It was a Nash Rambler when I was a kid. I think it was 1957 one, but I remember that car well. 1950, Barbie Benton, American actress, singer, and model. She was Hugh Hefner's main squeeze from 1969 to 1976. 1981, Elijah Wood, American actor. He's also known as Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. I think he's always going to be known as Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. Kind of like Gilligan never escaped Gilligan. Bob Denver, I guess his name was? Yeah, that was weird. 1998, Ariel Winter, American actress, known for being the nerdy little sister Alex Chambers on Modern Family. The show is ending and she's all grown up, and I guess her next career move is to be a curvy Instagram model that's always in a thong. There is always something popping up on social media, whether it's my Facebook or my Twitter, about some Instagram post she put up and she's got a thong on. I don't know what the deal is with that. I saw a couple of the pictures. I felt gross. I felt like a dirty old man. I mean, I watched this girl growing up on the show like many Americans. To me, she's still like 11. It was weird. Died on January 28th, 1986. Like we talked about before, the Space Shuttle Challenger crew. Those who died include Gregory Jarvis, Christina McAuliffe, Ronald McNair, Ellison Onizuka, Judith Resnick, Dick Scobie, and Michael J. Smith. 1996, Jerry Siegel, American author and illustrator. He co-created Superman. He dies at age 81 in Los Angeles after having a fatal heart attack. He'd been suffering from heart disease and had bypass surgery and a couple other things. So, he was 81. This wasn't like a shock to anyone. He created Superman with his friend Joe Shuster. Siegel and Shuster were inducted into the comic book industry's Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame in 1992 and the Jack Kirby Hall of Fame in 1993. Alright, so those are the happenings of January 28th. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.